As a Cathar heretic burned at the stake, a final prophecy was whispered, one that claimed the Catholic Church would fall 700 years later. Was it a real curse, or a myth powerful enough to rewrite history? The Cathar prophecy is one of medieval Europe's darkest legends, but history suggests it may have been propaganda disguised as destiny. In the 13th century, southern France wasn't truly French. It was culturally distinct, politically independent, and home to a rival religious movement known as the Cathars. They called themselves the Good Men. Rome called them heretics. The Cathars rejected Catholic wealth, denied church authority, and claimed the material world was corrupt, ruled by an evil power. To the Vatican, they weren't just a theological threat, they were a political revolution. And when they refused to disappear, the Church responded with crusade, extermination, and historical control. Because history is often written by the victors, even when the truth doesn't survive. Today, we examine the Cathar documentary evidence and ask, did they possess forbidden knowledge, or were they simply erased for challenging power? Every war needs an excuse. For the Cathar Crusade, that excuse came in 1208 with the assassination of Pierre de Castelnau, the Pope's legate and enforcer in southern France. Pierre had been traveling through the region, pressuring local rulers to hunt down heretics. Many resisted, some sympathized with the Cathars. On January 14th, as Pierre departed Saint-Gilles, a knight stabbed him with a lance. He died the next morning. The attacker was rumored to be linked to Count Raymond VI of Toulouse, but proof was never established. Yet Pope Innocent III did not wait for an investigation. He declared a holy war, not against Muslims in the Middle East, but against Christians in France. Northern knights were promised land, wealth, and forgiveness of sins if they joined the crusade. This was not merely revenge, it was propaganda prepping for conquest. Why did Rome fear the Cathars so deeply? They were pacifists, many were vegetarians, they rejected feudal hierarchy and church corruption. But rumors claimed something more dangerous, secret teachings. For centuries, legends spoke of a lost Cathar text, the so-called Book of Love, or Liber Amoris. Supposedly, it contained the true teachings of Jesus and knowledge capable of dismantling the church's authority. It's a compelling story, but here's the historical reality. No physical evidence of this book exists. No manuscripts, no fragments, no references in primary medieval sources. Modern historians believe the banned book myth was likely created centuries later by mystics, occult writers, or romantic storytellers who wanted to mythologize the Cathars. The real threat wasn't a secret book, it was their ideology, a rejection of church wealth, feudal power, and religious authority. That alone made them dangerous. The Albigensian Crusade was not a theological debate, it was conquest disguised as salvation. When Crusader armies reached Béziers in 1209, they could not distinguish Cathars from Catholics. According to chroniclers, the papal legate Arnaud Amalric delivered one of history's most chilling orders. Kill them all, God will know his own. Tens of thousands were slaughtered, men, women, and children. Cities burned, lands were seized, northern nobles enriched themselves on southern blood. The Cathars were hunted for decades, forced into hiding in remote mountain fortresses. Their most legendary refuge was Montségur, a stronghold perched high above the valleys, symbolizing both resistance and desperation. In 1244, Montségur fell after a brutal siege. Over 200 Cathar men and women were marched down the mountain and burned alive in a mass execution. Witnesses claimed they walked into the flames without screaming, singing hymns as they died. It became one of the most haunting martyrdoms in medieval history. But the famous prophecy did not come from Montségur. It came decades later from the last known Cathar perfect. In 1321, Guillaume Bélibaste, the last recorded Cathar spiritual leader, was captured and burned alive. Before his execution, legend claims he said, "In 700 years, the laurel will be green again, and the good men will return." The laurel symbolized rebirth, victory, and eternal life. For centuries, believers and mystics interpreted this as a promise that the Cathar spirit would rise again, challenging corruption, materialism, and religious power in the modern age. But historians question whether Belibaste ever said these words at all. Like many medieval prophecies, it may have been added later by followers desperate to keep hope alive. Did the Cathars possess forbidden knowledge, or did a dying heretic predict the future? Or is the Cathar prophecy simply the last echo of a faith that refused to disappear quietly? 700 years have passed. The castles are ruins, the books are lost, yet their story refuses to fade. Maybe the prophecy was never about predicting the future. Maybe it was about ensuring the Cathars would never be forgotten. If you love forbidden history, lost religions, and the secrets hidden behind official narratives, like and subscribe to Hidden Epics, where we uncover the stories history tried to erase.